Closing in on first pitch tonight here at Citi Field. Should be a good one. Phillies and Mets coming up next. Now from Citi Field in Flushing, New York, we welcome you to another edition of Baseball on the Show. Tonight, Game 2 of this 3-game weekend series between the Philadelphia Phillies and the New York Mets. Hi again, folks. Matt Vasgersian here to bring you this matchup of NL Eastern Division rivals. Alongside me are Major League veterans Steve Lyons and Eric Karros. And Steve, let's talk about the two starters that take the baseball here tonight.
Yeah, and you've got a couple of guys here that aren't afraid to challenge you at the plate. They're not afraid to let you put the ball in play and let their fielders make the plays behind them. That should make for a pretty good matchup.
More from the guys as this one goes along, but first, let's take a look at the starting lineup for the visiting Philadelphia Phillies as they'll align themselves like this here tonight. Johan Santana gets the ball to face them, and I think the one key will be how aggressive he is on the mound. He's got to get the ball and go right after hitters because he can get into trouble when he nitpicks and falls behind. And in the field, we see the Mets will line up this way. Phil Gosselin makes his way to the plate now as we're just about set for baseball this evening. First pitch swinging as this one's hit on the ground to second. And the throw to first is in time, one gone.
That's a nice backhanded play there at second. You'd like to be able to get in front of this ball if you can, but here he does a nice job of looking it into the glove, and then he makes the throw to first for the out.
In now, Freddie Galvis. As he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty, it's strike one. EK, let's take a look at our homestanding nine as they enter play here this evening. They've got to be considered the hottest team in baseball right now as they come in winners of 9 of their last 10 ball games.
And they've upped that lead in the division even further. They've put some serious distance between them and the rest of the pack, so they're well on their way to playing October baseball.
Here's the 1-1. And they'll come inside with this one, but the result's the same. It's the 2-1 now.
I'll give him this. He's not intimidated up there. That was inside. Close to triple digits. He didn't even flinch.
Ready with the 2-1. Ball 3.
And that fastball of his definitely catches your attention. I mean, especially when it's on the inner half.
Here he comes, 3-1. Now a swing and a ball pulled down the line to third. But a foul ball, and it's full now at 3-2. Here it is. And here's a ball hit in the air. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. The next 3-2. And the payoff pitch is chopped foul at home plate, so we'll do it again. Still 3-2. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Here's the full count offering. And he finally wins the battle as this is swung on and missed for the second out.
Well, nobody in that dugout is going to give him high fives for striking out. But, you know, at least he forced that starter to expend a lot of energy here to get the job done. You know, in the first inning, that won't be lost on his teammates.
Ben Revere will stand in. It comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game. Now here's the first pitch. And that one swung on and missed. 0-1. You'd have to say, so far, so good here for the rookie.
Yeah, I mean, he's getting ahead. He's mixing his pitches. You'd like to put up a 0 to get that first inning out of the way, and he's close to making that happen.
Now here's a ball hit hard on the ground to second. Oh, and it eats him up a bit.
Batting fourth, the first baseman, number 6, Ryan Howard.
Ryan Howard will stand in, and he wasn't alone in wearing the collar in last night's ball game, in which the team could muster all of 1 run. Now here's the first pitch. And the 34-year-old veteran looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. Seemed to quicken his delivery to the plate on that last pitch.
Well, you got to remember the slide step does 2 things for you. It gets the catcher the ball quicker so he can throw a guy out, or it will hold the runner on first so he doesn't steal it all.
He's set. Now the pitch. Pitch outside. The throw. Not in time as he steals second.
You know, when the pitcher slide steps, he's going to get the ball to the catcher even quicker, and the guy still stole that base. That was great.
Pause. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and it's 1-2.
Well, this is the kind of situation where they came up short last night. They had opportunities, but they could never really cash them in, so you can bet they'd love to get something going on the board early here.
Swing and a miss as the slider sets him down for the final out of the inning. 1 left for Philadelphia. Now the Mets will step up for their first shot in a scoreless ball game. Time now to meet the Mets, as the starting lineup for the New York Mets in this one looks like this. And there you see the starting pitcher they'll match up against as you look at his numbers on the right side of your screen. Now we'll look at the way the Phillies will line up behind him. Daniel Murphy will step in now to lead things off in the home half of the first.
Leading up for the Mets, second baseman, Daniel Murphy.
And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. EK, you take a look at our visitors as they enter play here this evening. They came out on the losing end last time out and are in a bit of a skid. In fact, they've lost 7 of their last 10.
Yeah, and they dropped the opener of the series and of the road trip last time out. I thought they came out a little flat, but still plenty of time to turn that around, though.
Now the pitch. In tight there as he's got to turn out of the way of that one.
And even on 0-2, you don't want guys to get into a comfort level up there.
Here comes a 1-2. And a good take there. Close, but it's 2-2.
And when he's down 0-2, he's smart enough to know guys are going to try and get him to chase. So now at 2-2, he's got himself back to a spot where he doesn't have to go after a pitcher's pitch.
And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2.
Well, it looked like he had things in control to start him out. You know, now he's running from 0-2 to 3-2, and That last one wasn't even close.
And this will be lined into center field, and they've got themselves their first hit of the ball game.
So far, so good. They get a scoreless top of the first, and now a leadoff single to start things in their half.
Gary Cox will stand in now, and as you can see here, he enters play fourth in the National League in round trippers. First pitch coming. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball one, 1-0. And speaking of the National League's home run leaders, there they are on your screen. The 1-0 pitch. And that misses low and inside. 2 balls and no strikes. And this is something we've seen a lot from him recently. He's worked his way into another good hitter's count.
Yeah, it's not unrelated either. When you're going good at the plate, usually means you're being selective and you're not getting yourself out. And when that happens, you'll find yourself
in the dirt, and now let's see. And he is safe at second base as the decision to move up pays off, and that'll likely be scored a wild pitch.
Sometimes those curveballs, when they hit the dirt, they've got a lot of spin on them. They react in funny ways. Here it looks like he's in good position to block this thing, but it winds up kicking away, and that's a wild pitch.
Is on the way. And he won't even have to take the bat off its moorings. A 4-pitch walk here.
Yep. Single and then a walk to start the inning. Well, this is exactly how big innings get started. So they're set up now to maybe put up a crooked number here.
Michael Lee will stand in here with a chance to pad his RBI total. And as you can see, he currently sits third in the National League in that category. First pitch on the way. Now a curveball to start him out, but an easy take. It's ball 1. Here comes the 1-0. Here's a ball hit pretty well and carrying to deep right. Brown is there, and he makes the catch for the out. And he'll indeed move up 90 feet, putting runners at the corners now with 1 away.
Good job there at second base of doing the math in his head and figuring out he can make it up to third. So that puts runners on the corners now with only 1 away.
Number 3 will stand in here. Currently 6th in the National League in RBIs, but with a good chance to pad that total here. Runners lead from first and third. Here's the pitch. Fastball in there for a called strike.
Well, he's having some problems here with location. He's got 2 on already here in the first, and that last pitch right down the middle.
He's ready. Now the pitch. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. Seems like he's missed his spots a few times here already.
Yeah, he hasn't been overly sharp, that's for sure. It hasn't caught up to him yet, but he's going to need to find that rhythm.
Ready now on 1-1. And that misses. 2-1.
And one thing you can't do here, you cannot lose him and load the bases. He's still got a couple pitches to play with, but I'd expect this one to be somewhere in the strike zone.
A 2-1 offering. Good swing there, but this is fouled off to the right side. 2 pitch on the way. And here's a curveball that's laid off that time. It's full 3-2. You have to figure that he's really going to need to keep the walks in check if he's going to have success here.
I was thinking the same thing. No free rides. You got to make these guys earn it.
The 3-2 pitch. And this is on the ground to first. Could be 2. Galvis throw on to first won't be in time, so they just get the 1 there.
Oh, and he nearly got that double play he needed to get himself out of the inning. But you see the good hard slide here at second base, and the return throw just a little too late. So that'll be scored a fielder's choice and an RBI.
David Lee will stand in here, hoping to perhaps get a chance to show off that speed of his as he currently sits 7th in the National League in stolen bases. Here's the first offering. And here's a fastball called for strike 1.
It's so important with guys like this to get ahead with strike 1. Put them behind in the count and on their back foot right away.
He's ready now. The pitch. Outside at 94, 1 ball and 1 strike. A runner on first with 2 away. The 1-1. And he'll take a look at a strike on the inside corner. It's 1-2.
Nothing fancy. 3 fastballs so far in this at-bat. He could go just about anywhere from here.
Here comes the 1-2. And this will be fouled away. Here's another 1-2. And he takes very close to the inside corner here. 2-2 though.
Yeah, I think you have to ask yourself, was he trying to throw a fastball for a strike right there? Or was he just trying to set me up for that changeup away?
2-2. And they're working the outer half here, but that one's wide for ball 3.
And now the benefit of you working the count to 3-2 is that runner gets a head start from first with 2 away.
Already 24 pitches to this point in the inning. Full count pitch on its way. Boy, really making him work now as the 7th pitch of the at-bat is also fouled away, so the count will hold steady at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Once again a 3-2. Now he tries to hold back on the swing, and the home plate umpire says he did so successfully. It's ball 4.
That's the 2nd walk he's allowed here in the 1st inning. And I have a feeling if you ask his manager, he's going to say that that's way too many already. You can't go giving away base runners, or you're going to find yourself in a big hole early on.
Number 30 will dig in now, and he's come through in many a situation like this. Currently 4th in the National League RBI race.
You can do it!
Here's the first offering. And a fastball to start things out here. Not close. It's a ball and no strikes.
Now here's a spot with a run home already. That looks nice on the scoreboard. But if you could put up a 2 or even a 3 spot here in the 1st, that could really go a long way against a guy like this.
And that catches the outside edge. 1-1. Well, this 1st inning's been a rough one already. He needs an out here in the worst way.
And you don't want to get caught having to play catch up this early in the ballgame. So you're right. He's got to work his way out of this jam right now.
1-1 pitch on the way. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
A 2-out hit here would be nice, but a 2-out walk wouldn't be the worst thing in the world either.
Here it comes, 2-1. Oh, and he hammers it to deep right field. And goodbye. This one ain't coming back. So it's a 3-run shot to straightaway right field. 38th home run of the season for him. And the Mets have jumped out to a 4-0 lead.
Boy, give these guys some credit. They've come into this game swinging the bats, and they've jumped all over this guy. 3-run homer here makes it 4-0 already here in the first, and these guys look like they're out for more.
Michael Kadire will stand in looking for a bleeder, a bloop single, anything to kickstart the average a bit because he's had a rough go of it these past 6 ball games. First pitch coming. And look out as this bat shatters on impact. And he'll avoid the fragments out there to make the catch that ends the inning. But 4 runs score in the inning, 3 coming right here on the 3-run home run. Second inning coming up. It's now 4-0 New York. Michael Franco will stand in hoping to turn things around from the loss last night. He was 0 for 4 in that ball game. First offering on the way. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1.
Well, you got to be feeling pretty good out there on the mound. His guy's got him a 4 spot to work with in the first inning, so you got to figure he's going to be out there pounding the strike zone.
Here it comes. And he gets on top of this one and sends it on the ground to short. Oh, a reaching try as he knocks it down, but he knows he's got no chance at first, so we'll see how they score that, most likely an infield single.
Boy, what a nice effort out there at short, trying to keep that leadoff man off base. But even if this sticks in his pocket, I don't know if he's got a shot at throwing this guy out. And as you say, that's going to be an infield single.
Dominic Brown is at the plate as he watches ball 1. Still plenty to be desired in terms of batting average, down in the 180s entering play. 10 home runs and 44 RBIs. The next pitch. And this time the fastball is by him, and that'll even things out at 1-1.
And sometimes you got to cut down a little stride against a guy who's throwing this hard. Either you take that leg kick completely out of the equation, or you get it started just a little bit quicker.
1-1 on the way. Here's one that misses now to the Philly right fielder. It's 2 balls and a strike.
Open your eyes, huh? He's leading towards second.
2-1. Called strike that time, and it's even at 2-2.
A little conviction behind that fastball.
A runner at first with no outs here.
You're nothing, Phillies.
Here he comes on 2-2. Not where he wanted that fastball to be, and it's 3-2 now. Waiting on deck here is Cody Ashe. He'll be next. Here's the 3-2 pitch. And now a pitch hit sharply on the ground. But this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. Here's the payoff pitch. And look out. That's in very tight, and it's ball 4.
Yeah, that's nice to see a little patience up there. These guys have been what I would call overly aggressive these first few innings. Finally, somebody's figured out the importance of maybe taking a pitch or two.
Cody Ashe will stand in now, still struggling to get anything going offensively. First pitch to him. And a fastball's in there for strike 1.
And this is a big spot right here. You've got to get something out of this, even if it's just a run or two.
From the belt, kicks and deals. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1. Now a chopper to first, might only get 1. And he'll take this to the bag, 3 unassisted for the first out.
Batting 8, the catcher, number 17, A.J. Ellis.
A.J. Ellis will dig in, and this season certainly hasn't been all that kind to him as he enters play with the average down in the 230s. First pitch coming. Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Comes set, now the pitch. Lays off the circle change there, a ball and a strike. Here's the 1-1. A good action on the two-seamer there, and it's 1-2.
And that's the mark of a really good pitcher here. They get just a little bit tougher to hit when they get runners in scoring position.
Come on, Matt.
Now the 1-2. Struck him out, but he'll try for first on the drop third strike. Throw to first will take care of him. Score it 2-3 on the putout, and there are two gone now.
Yeah, and that turns out to be a nice little play there behind the plate. They get the swing through for strike three, but then he's got to get the out over there at first base and make sure that nobody else advances. And he's able to accomplish both of those tasks.
David Buchanan will stand in with a chance to help himself out big time here with a couple of men in scoring position.
And a lot of times, pitchers go up there just because they sort of have to. But here, if you go up and just think ground ball up the middle, you might get one home, maybe two. This is a big-time chance.
Here's the first pitch to him. And this is hit well towards the hole. Throw on to first is in time, and the Phillies are turned away. They get nothing out of this situation as the inning is over. Phillies leave a couple. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. Brian McCann will stand in, back in the lineup after getting the night off yesterday.
Catcher, Brian McCann.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike. 0-1. And the pitch. And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1. The 1-1 home. And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now.
He might have thought he'd be getting another dose of that curveball because he was way behind that one.
The right-hander deals on 1-2. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone.
Well, some guys use the fastball to get to 2 strikes and then use something else to get you out. Not this guy. He works backwards here and winds up getting them with back-to-back fastballs in the end.
Stepping in now, Johan Santana, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. And that misses. 1-1.
Well, you're not going to get that call if you've been all over the place. Now, if I'm pitching, I want that call, but at this point, he hasn't earned it.
Now the 1-1. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and it's 1-2.
But this is the thing that's so impressive about this guy. He'll show you that good breaking ball, but then he'll run that fastball up the ladder at 92, 93.
The 1-2 with 1 away. And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there. 2 away.
And he was really late on this one. I mean, really late. You can see where the baseball is by the time he gets the barrel through. I mean, it's darn near in the catcher's glove already. That tells me he was probably looking for something else.
Here's Daniel Murphy now. as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. Already 40 pitches now here in the first few innings.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, he's going to have to start pitching to contact a little bit more, or else he may not make it 5 innings.
Slice down the left side, but foul. Now here's the pitch. Just does manage to get a piece there as this is bounced foul. Here's another 0-2. A ball and 2 strikes now to the 2014 All-Star.
And now on 1 and 2, this might be a spot where that high fastball was just a setup so that he can come back with that big curve.
Pitch on the way. Has to fight to stay alive as this is fouled off to the right. Pitch is piling up, 44, and he's not clear of the second yet. He'll try again, 1-2. Got him to swing on top of that one as this ball's dribbled out in front of the mound. Throw on to the first baseman, Howard, and with that, the side is retired. Mets go down 1-2-3, but they're in front 4-0. Phil Gosselin is ready to go here as we begin the third.
Second baseman, Phil Gosselin.
Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt, the first pitch. Fastball in there for a called strike. Now the pitch. And a good spot for that pitch is it's chopped foul. Now the pitch. Now a swing and a miss as he picks up another one. Make it 4 strikeouts already, and there's your first out. Well, it's still early, but it's also worth noting that he'd be in line for the win if this keeps up as we take a look at the league leaders in games won this season. And as you see there, he sits in 4th place in that department in the National League. Freddie Galvis will try it again. Set down on strikes his first time. Now the first pitch. And that's in there for strike 1. And now a pitch on the way. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. Look into McCann, the 1-1. On the ground to third. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
And more often than not, when you see a guy with a batting average like his is, it's a result of swinging at too many bad pitches. I should know. I was that guy. And his average is going to tumble even further after that at-bat.
Ben Revere will dig in. He singled his first time around. Now the first pitch. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike.
Well, that's just unfair right there. I mean, most guys throw a 91-mile-an-hour fastball. He's throwing a 91-mile-an-hour slider.
And the pitch. Trying to bunt his way aboard, but this will get fouled. Here's the pitch. That's inside and low. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
Good changeup right there, down in the strike zone. Definitely the one they wanted to strike him out on, so that's a great job to lay off.
Here's the 1-2. And it's to 2-2 now with the bases empty and 2 gone here in the inning. One thing you can say with certainty, he's really tried to take some ownage on that inside part of the plate.
It's something that you need to learn as a young pitcher. You've got to have that willingness to work inside, or guys at this level will just lean out over the plate and eat you up.
The 2-2. And a fastball swung on and missed, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. They're down 4-0. Gary Cox makes his way to the plate to get us started here in the bottom of inning number 3.
Center fielder, Gary Cox.
And here's the first pitch. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1. The 1-0 home. And 2-0 as this one's taken low.
Yeah, they're being really careful with this guy. Remember, they walked him the first time around, and now they're behind 2-0 to him right here.
Now the 2-0 home. Swing and a liner, but foul. Now the 2-1 pitch. Here's a swing and a ground ball, but this will be a foul ball as that evens things at 2-2. Sets the 2-2 pitch. And that misses there, so he runs the count full now. Full count offering on its way. Oh, he got his fastball that time as this one sent into right center. That's a base hit.
And another hard hit ball off of him right there. And that's not the first one he's allowed so far. As you take a look at his line, not too much to write home about right there. This has not been one of his better performances at all.
Michael Lee will dig in here. He flew out his first time around. Now here's the first pitch. There's a fastball to start him off, but that misses for ball 1. And you figure now this would be a spot where that man might try to take second base.
And it wouldn't be a bad idea to hold the ball a little longer out there on the mound. Really vary your times to the plate. You can't be predictable out there or he'll take advantage.
The 1-0. Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now.
This is a good approach when you're facing a pitcher you're not too familiar with. Take a look at a few and see what he's got.
2-0 on the way. In the air, down the left field line and deep. And that ball gets down out near the wall and should be extra bases.
Well, that's one of the dangers of being a corner outfielder. You dive, there's no safety net behind you. And I think he's pretty lucky in the end that this one wound up only being 2 bases instead of 3. Heck, could have even been 4.
And this could wind up being a bullpen kind of game as we've got action down there right now when we're only in the 3rd inning. Standing in now, number 3, as he'll take a look at a high strike here on the outside corner. It's 0-1.
That's not really a bad take that time. You've got a guy out there on the mound that's had his hands full already, so you've got to make him prove that he can find the zone.
From the belt, the pitch. Breaking ball. That's in the dirt as he takes a ball. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Hit well down the left field line, but back into the crowd. Foul. 1-2. Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground, but this is a foul ball as the count holds steady. Here he comes again. 1-2. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one.
You can see where they want to go to try and get him out. A lot of pitches in on the hands in this sequence. They don't want him to be able to extend.
Here's the 2-2 offering. Swing and he pops him up over toward foul territory. Howard is over and he's got it for the first out of the inning. And he will, in fact, just bluff a throw as he'll stay put at third with one away now.
That's a disappointing at-bat there with runners in scoring position. Even early on, you've got to be able to cash in when the opportunity presents itself, because you never know how many more you're going to get.
David Lee will stride in. He walked and came around to score his first time.
All right, man.
First pitch coming. And this is swung on and bounced on the ground to third. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is in to score.
Yeah, and unless he was going on his own down there at third, they were using that contact play where you're told wherever and whenever the ball's hit, you're off and running. You're not even paying attention to what's going on. You've got to go. They love to play an aggressive style on the bases, and it gets them a run right there.
Into the box, number 30. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. You know, you start to worry that maybe this already has the makings of a short outing.
And that's not what that man right there wants to hear. He'd hate to have to make a change this early, but he might have to.
1-0 on the way. 1-0 pitch is a curveball. That looked good from here, but it's 2-0. Looks like he's not going to see anything here.
Yeah, I don't think so either. They gave him 2 shots to see if he'd go out of the zone to try to chase, and after that, I'm thinking they should just put him on.
2-0 count, the pitch. Oh, he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side. And no, they can't get there. Here comes the 2-1. And this is fouled back and out of play. Here comes a 2-2. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. A lot of deep counts for these guys early on.
And the more the better as far as they're concerned. They'd like to get him out of here as quick as they can.
Now the 3-2 pitch. Here's a swing and a little tapper in front of the mound. Throw on to the big fella Howard at first, and with that, the inning is over. I have to imagine there's a full moon tonight, judging by this bunch. We're back with more on this Saturday night after this. Ryan Howard will stand in now to get us going here in the fourth.
First baseman, number 6, Ryan Howard.
Overrated.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but a foul ball here, 0-1. The pitch. And he gets a piece of this one to foul it toward the backstop. Now here's the pitch. 1-2 now to the former MVP.
Yeah, it's so easy to get caught reaching on that pitch. We've seen a few of his teammates do it already. That's a great job to recognize slider and play off.
Here's the lefty's offering on 1-2. And this is swung on and missed, and this fourth inning will start the same way he ended the third with a strikeout, and there's one away.
Boy, and he's come out with a plan against these hitters, and he's executed that plan to perfection here early on. That's 7 in a row now he's set down.
Michael Franco will stand in. A base hit his first time around. Now here's the first pitch. And it's the outside corner. It's strike one.
And I tell you, he's got a good pace, a good tempo to him out there right now.
Come on, man.
Now the pitch. Chased a low ball there, and he's quickly down in the count 0-2. Boy, that changeup's had him eaten out of his hand.
Oh, and they've been falling all over themselves trying to get it. But you've just got to know that that's not going to be a strike. It looks like it is, but it isn't.
And he looks at a ball, 1-2.
Tough pitch to lay off there with 2 strikes. I'm not sure if that was a good take or whether he just got fooled on a changeup and couldn't pull the trigger.
Now the rookie deals on 1-2. Swing, and he takes this the other way to right. And he's got himself a base hit.
And on the mound, here's where you got to keep pitching like it's a one-run game. You never want to get in that relaxed mode where you think, I've got some cushion. I can afford to give up some hits. That'll spell disaster.
Dominic Brown will stand in. He drew base on balls his first time.
Let's go, man.
Here's the first offering. There's that circle change of his, but it's outside for ball 1. The early hit total, about what you'd expect in a score line such as this. (1-0). Fastball, and he's got to duck away for dear life there. I think he took a little exception to that location.
Yeah, and so would I if I was down there. If you want to work inside, that's fine. But once you get up over the letters and closer to my head, now we're talking about a different story.
The 2-0 on the way. Too high, and it's 3-0.
Whoa, that one definitely took off on him right there. He's lucky that thing didn't go all the way to the backstop.
Now the 3-0 offering. That one's in there, 3-1.
Yeah, a little surprising he didn't offer it that one. That was a dangerous spot for a good fastball hitter.
Now the 3-1 pitch. Swing and a ball hit hard on the ground towards second. One there, on to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. Back with more on this fine Saturday night following this. Michael Kadire will lead things off here in the home half of the fourth.
Left fielder, Michael Kadire.
First pitch on the way. And he'll watch the slurve that falls in for strike 1.
And even though that is a strike, it's okay. These guys have been really patient at the plate. They've had a good game plan up there, and it's worked out for them so far.
Now here it comes. And a fastball there is inside as that one backed him up a bit.
Yeah, and we see too many guys break fingers, break wrists, bruise knuckles. You name it on the fastballs in tight. That's an occupational hazard.
Swing and a liner. Foul. The 1-2. 1-2 offering is hit in the air out to straightaway left. Under it is Ashe, and he'll put it away for the first out. So a good job to get the out there, but with 5 runs already surrendered, that's not going to do any favors to the team ERA so far this season. And you can see the bad news right there. They rank dead last among the 15 National League teams in that category. So 1 away now for Brian McCann. Here's the first offering. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Now here's the pitch. Oh, and this at-bat is quickly moving from bad to worse. It's 0-2 now.
Yeah, and you know, this is a spot where you just have to make them bring the ball down. It's very difficult to do anything positive when it's up that high.
And a good 2-strike pitch, but he misses high 1-2.
Could be that high fastball there was just a setup pitch. Now you've kind of established that high sight level. Could be a good time to break off a nasty curveball.
Here comes a 1-2. Down and in as he's forced to back out of the way that time.
And the hope was that he would have chased one of those pitches, but now on 2-2, I don't think you fool around anymore.
The 2-2 coming. And he goes the other way as this is hit high and deep out to straightaway left. And that'll get down out there near the wall. And he's in there safely. He's got a double.
Well, this is really a laser right here. You're going to see it pretty much go right over his head out there and left, and it'll one-hop the left field wall. That's going to allow his man to cruise into second with an easy double.
Here's the Philadelphia manager on his way out to the mound now. And he's looking to the bullpen here, so it would appear that's all for his starter tonight. So a less than stellar performance here tonight as he makes the early exit and forces that bullpen into action much earlier than anticipated. Aaron Harang is going to come on and make an appearance here, though I suspect even he couldn't have predicted he'd be taking over in just the 4th inning. In now, Johan Santana, as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball 1. Well, we'll give you a look there at the graphic. He gets credited with double number 24 on the year. 5 runs, 5 hits, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. Toward the hole and through into right, a base hit. And they won't risk it at third, so they're at the corners now with only 1 away.
Not the start he was hoping for out of the bullpen. He's only thrown 2 pitches so far, and they've been turned into a double and now a single. It hasn't cost him any runs yet, but that might not be far behind.
Here's Daniel Murphy now, as he'll swing here and lift a fly ball out to right center. Revere has it, and I'd be surprised if they send the runner. Now the relay home, and a 6th run will come across on the sac fly. It's now 6-zip.
And that's a good job in that situation. You'd love a base hit, but hey, the bottom line is you've got to produce a run, and he did.
Gary Cox will step in. Singleton came around to score his last time. First pitch coming. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. The 1-0. Breaking balls in there that time. 1-1. Two out with the man at first. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Oh, good action on the 2-seamer there, and it's 1-2.
Very patient here to start the at-bat. Maybe even a little too patient because now he's down 1-2.
Yeah, and I don't think he's going to get anything better than that to hit.
Here comes the 1-2. And look out as that one ran in and got him.
And I think there's 2 ways you can kind of look at this hit by pitch. On the one hand, it's a little suspicious simply because these guys have scored so many runs already, but at the same time, at some point, you've got to put a stop to guys diving out over the plate. And this may be that time.
Into the box now, Michael Lee, and a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Now the 1-0. Not quite reaching 90 with the fastball, but it's 1-1 now.
Boy, good pitch, good spot. That thing tailed right back over the outside corner.
Now the 1-1 pitch. And he's a little too high with that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, that's a good spot to miss against a guy like this. He loves that pitch up in the zone. Most power hitters do, so that's not a bad idea to give him one above the letters.
Here's the 2-1 pitch. Oh, and he leaves the fastball up there. Mistaken location. He is going to pay for it dearly as that ball is sent over the wall. A home run. So a 3-run shot to left center, and even 40 home runs on the year for him now as they've pushed this lead up to 9 now.
Oh, and his great year just keeps going on and on. Like you say, that's home run number 40 on the year now. He's definitely making a case to be in the running to take some hardware home at the end of the season.
Stepping in now, number 3. Low with a fastball here in the dirt even. It's ball 1. That look says it all in the third base dugout.
That's not the look of a guy who's going to be sleeping well tonight, is it?
1-0 pitch now. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
And now, as a reliever, you've got to go out and give 100% and focus on the task at hand. You can't let the emotion enter the equation or it'll mess up your concentration and things will get even worse.
And wow, that looked to be well inside, but it's a called strike. 2-1 now.
Well, he's been in a tough stretch offensively, and this sure ain't going to help.
Here's the 2-1 pitch. And this pitch is hit foul off to the left and out of play, so the count goes to 2-2 now. Here's the 2-2 home. Grounded foul off to the left, so they'll do it again. Ready with another 2-2. And this is hit sharply on the ground toward the hole. And that is into right field, a base hit.
Oh, and it makes such a difference when that pitch is up a little bit. It's not a bad pitch, really. It's on the outside corner. But that slider so much easier to handle when it's belt high or higher. And he's able to just hit it hard the other way.
Into the box, David Lee, as he lays off a fastball too low for ball 1. Here's the 1-0. And a fastball here that's taken for ball 2.
Yeah, he's looked at 2 close pitches. You get the feeling that this is the calm before the storm. I think he'll unload on this one if this thing is anywhere near the zone.
Now the 2-0. Outside, 3-0 now.
He's definitely looking fastball there, and you know, he got one, but good recognition not to go up and chase it.
The 3-0. And, oh, not so fast, partner. A called strike on the inside part of the plate. 3-1 now.
Not turned loose there. I thought that he might be swinging with 2 away, but apparently not.
Here he comes on 3-1. He goes the other way as this is hit in the air toward the gap in right center. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. So they nearly bat around here as 8 men come to the plate and they push across 4 runs. On to the top of inning number 5 we go. The Mets lead this one 9-0. Cody Ashe will make his way towards the box to lead off the 5th.
Number 25, Cody Ashe.
First offering on the way. First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. On the way. Out in front as he pulls this one down the line at first, but a foul ball. 1-1. Look into McCann, the 1-1. And able to lay off the fastball away here. 2-1 now. Ready on 2-1. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one.
Oh, I think he'd be real happy with a leadoff walk. Something just to get things started against this guy.
(3-1) on the way. And he gets a piece here as this ball is fouled away. (3-2) here it comes. Now a swing and a softly hit ground ball. And the fifth inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
And after that 4-run inning really broke this thing open, now as a pitcher you have a luxury of going right after guys. You don't have to worry so much about making that perfect pitch. If you give up a hit, big deal. You got a cushion behind you.
A.J. Ellis will stride in again. He struck out swinging his first time. First pitch coming. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. No runs, 3 hits, and no errors on the ledger for the Phillies to this point. 2-0 now.
And after the strikeout his first time around, I think he was able to use that first at-bat as a learning experience. Those have both been real good takes.
Pitch on the way. Too tight with that one. 3-0.
And this is just a guy that's going to be happy to take a walk, so I'm a little bit surprised that they haven't challenged him a little bit more from the mound.
Here comes the 3-0. Fastball too low, and that's ball 4.
And sometimes, you know, you just got to learn that harder isn't always better. You've got to be able to dial that fastball down a few miles an hour and make sure you keep it in the strike zone.
Kelly Dugan is going to get off the bench here as he'll hit for the pitcher Harang.
76, Kelly Dugan.
And here's a called strike at the knees. Don't think he liked that one too much, but it's 0-1.
He might have been on the on-deck circle just saying, man, I get one at-bat and it's against this guy? Thanks a lot.
He's set, now the pitch. And he gets him to lift one into shallow center field. Cox comes on now and makes the catch in shallow center for round number 2.
And this is all about taking charge out there. That's the center fielder's ball if he can get there. So he calls everybody off and he makes the play easily.
Phil Gosselin will try it again. He's grounded out and struck out in 2 trips. Here's the first pitch to him. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike.
Yeah, and that's the swing of a guy hoping for a first pitch curveball right there. If he gets it, he hammers it. If not, he's about 3 feet too late.
A runner on first with 2 away. From the stretch. Fastball called for strike 2.
Yeah, 1 pitch away now from getting through 5 shutout innings. And I'll tell you what, the way he's throwing, this could turn out to be a night off for the bullpen.
He waits, now the pitch. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball.
Well, I think that fastball is just for show there. He's not trying to throw this for a strike.
Here's the 1-2. Fouled straight back. Now another 1-2. And the fastball easy to lay off that time. 2-2. Now the 2-2 pitch. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Phillies strand one. They're down 9-0. Jerome Williams is going to take over here in inning number 5, as it's going to be up to their bullpen to try and keep them in the game here. Number 30 will dig in. 1 for 2, including a home run thus far.
Number 30.
Now some action in the Phillies bullpen as a right-hander begins to crank it up out there. Swing and a ground ball towards the hole. And he'll flip it to the pitcher covering for the out.
The left fielder, number 23.
Michael Kadire will stand in again. He's flown out in each of his first 2 plate appearances thus far. First pitch to him. Hit hard but fouled off to the left, and that'll keep you honest as a third base coach. Here's the pitch. Here's a fastball at the knees. Good spot, good pitch, and it's 0-2. Now the pitch. Oh, and you can tell he wanted to hold off, but he swings through the inside pitch anyway, and he becomes out number 2.
And at this point in the game, your defenders will love you for this. He's been able to pick up the first 2 outs of the inning here on just 4 pitches.
Brian McCann will stand in. He's 1 for 2 so far.
Come on, New York.
Now the first pitch.
Here we go.
And he'll lay off a first pitch sinker, missing down and in for a ball. 1-0. Here's a 1-0. And he watches one split the middle here, 1-1. Figure we'll probably see a heavy dose of that sinker here tonight.
It's really a pitch you'll lean on, especially when he needs that ground ball, but even in situations like this where he's just trying to get ahead.
Grounded foul toward the third base dugout. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Now the 1-2. And now a pitch hit sharply on the ground. And that's going to be a base hit from McCann.
Well, that shift can be a gamble sometimes. They're playing straight up. This is probably an out, but since they're shifted well over to right field, this finds a seam.
Johan Santana will stand in. A strikeout victim his first time, and then a base hit last time around. Now the first pitch. There's the cut fastball, but it's low, 1-0. Two out with the man at first. Now the 1-0 pitch. That misses, 2-0.
Well, he's just going to go right on taking pitches. You have to throw strikes here with 2 outs, especially when you got the pitcher up there.
Here comes the 2-0. Now a swing and a sharp ground ball to third. Throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 man left aboard. We're through 5 here at the ballpark. It's the Mets 9 and the Phillies nothing. Freddie Galvis will stand in to start things off, as this top of the batting order hasn't found a whole lot of success so far.
In fact, just one hit between the 1, 2, 3 hitters combined. So apparently the table setters have not been getting their chores done.
Now here's the first pitch. And he gets around on the fastball here as this is hit well out toward left field. And he will run this one down, moving to his right, and that's the first out of the inning.
When you take a look there at the line from our starter, I mean, basically, he's allowed 3 singles so far, and that's it. They haven't been able to mount any real opposition against him so far.
Ben Revere will stand in now. He's singled and struck out in 2 trips. And here's the first pitch. Low with a fastball here in the dirt even. It's ball 1.
And even though he's pitching well, this is a part of the order that he's really got to worry about. You know, they can turn a good outing into a bad one pretty darn quickly.
The 1-0 pitch. A high strike there, and it's 1-1.
Yeah.
Here's the 1-1. 1-1 pitch is a slider that's cut on and missed for strike 2.
And that has been the comfort zone so far in this outing. He's just lived on that outside corner, and it's paid big dividends for him.
The 1-2 with 1 away. Ball 2. One out, nobody on. Here now the 2-2. Fooled him a bit as this is hit high in the air towards right center and shallow. Lee has a long run, but he takes charge for route number 2.
When we get a look there at his pitches by inning, he's at 81 now after that last pitch, so he should be good for a little while longer.
Ryan Howard will dig in now, hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Now here's the first pitch. And he pops him up back behind second base. Lee is there to make the catch, and the side is retired. So another good inning for him on the mound. 6 shutout innings now. Top of the order due up in the home half of the 6th. The Mets are out on top, 9-0. Daniel Murphy will dig in now as he'll lead things off for the Mets in their half of the 6th.
Second baseman, Daniel.
First pitch coming. Now a ball sprayed fouled into the seats near third. Here it comes. Goodness, 0-2 now.
Oh, and he's sure got a good one, doesn't he? That ball goes from about knee-high to ankle-high in the matter of about 5 feet.
Now here's the pitch. Way outside. 1-2. Pretty clear the plan is to keep everything away.
And that's smart for most guys, but you've got to know your scouting report because this is a guy that can cover the outside part of the plate.
The right-hander deals on 1-2. Tried to shoot the corner and he missed it. 2-2. 2-2. Hit high but foul as that'll get in amongst the fans. The 2-2 one more time. Here's the swing and a chance for Howard over at first. And the big fella just takes it to the bag himself for the first out.
Now batting, center fielder, Gary Cox.
Gary Cox will get another shot, hit by a pitch his last time.
Let's go, Gary, yeah.
Here's the first offering. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0.
I think that's consistent with how the strike zone gets called nowadays. That's a strike in the rule book, but most umpires won't give you that pitch anymore.
Here comes the 1-0. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact.
Yeah, and he didn't even have to think twice about that one. And now he's got a good hitters count here, 2-0.
Bases are empty, one man out. Here comes the 2-0. Nope. 3-0. Michael Lee waits on deck.
You can't hit the broadside of a bar.
Here it comes, the 3-0. And he takes ball 4, so he's on. And as you know, that often means the steal could be in order here.
The right fielder, number 8.
Michael Lee will step forward now following the walk as he'll hit with a definite speed threat at first and one away.
You can bet he's going to see some fastballs in this at-bat. I'd be looking dead red.
Move that runner over, will ya?
First pitch on the way. Here's a swing, and he saws him off here as this ball's popped into the air. And he'll find a way to dodge the shrapnel out there to make the play for route number 2.
Well, he's not going to like the fact that he broke his bat. That's the one that's got all the hits in it.
Number 3 will get another crack, 1 for 3 thus far. First pitch coming. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. High strikes, probably not on the docket for places he wants to be.
Yeah, I mean, it's no secret. You got to keep the ball down against a team like this. If you go up every once in a while with a fastball, you'll be fine, but you're not going to last too long if you make a habit of working up there with your secondary pitches.
Comes set, now the pitch. Now a swing and a hard hit ball to short. On to second for the force out, and the side is retired. Mets leave 1, but they hold a 9-0 lead. Welcome back to Citi Field in Flushing. This one pretty much all over, but the shouting as we check our game summary to see how we've gotten to where we are. Michael Franco will lead it off here in the top of inning number 7.
Third baseman, Michael Franco.
Here's the first offering. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1. Yet again, another first pitch strike.
And it's a big reason of why he's having the success he is. You establish the count in your favor right away, and it just opens up the door to so many more options going forward.
He dials down on that one, but the result's the same. It's a called strike as he's in the hole now, 0-2.
Boy, I'll tell you, to be down 0-2 against a guy like this with the stuff he's got tonight, not a comfortable spot to be in.
And he missed with it. It's 1-2.
Not a real good 0-2 there. You don't necessarily want it in the zone, but you do want to at least give him something to think about.
Here's the lefty's offering on 1-2. And he reaches for one out of the zone and misses rather badly for the first out.
Well, you know, Eric and I like to talk a lot about pitchers keeping hitters off balance at the plate. And this is an excellent illustration of what we're talking about. Now, we didn't like to be off balance at the plate, but this is what you get. He goes fast, then slow, fast, then slow. They never give him the same pitch or the same speed twice in a row. And that's how you keep a guy's timing all messed up.
Here's the left-handed hitting Dominic Brown. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low, it's ball 1. One out, nobody on. Here's the 1-0. And he watches one miss outside. 2-0 now.
And on 2-0, this is where he's the most dangerous up there. I know it's a fastball count, but I would maybe think about something else.
The pitch. Not fooled there as this ball's hammered out to deep right field. And it's out of here. So they're on the board, finally. A solo home run for Dominic Brown. Number 11 for him on the season. And they're now on the board, though still well behind.
Well, this at least is a way to make some kind of positive out of what's been a really difficult evening so far. I don't think this will make much of a difference in the final result, but at least it shows you that they're out there playing hard and not laying down.
Here's Cody Ashe as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball one. The next pitch. Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground, but a foul ball. 1-1. Here comes the 1-1. A little bit outside. 2-1.
Are you kidding me up?
Now here it comes. Swing and a miss. 2-2 now.
Boy, it's one thing for a reliever to come in out of the pen and throw 100 miles an hour for 15 pitches or so. But he's right up there around the century mark now, and he's still throwing hard.
Fouled back. Here he comes on 2-2. He swings and pops it high in the air out towards shallow right. Lee has a long run, but he takes charge for route number 2.
Now batting, catcher, A.J. Ellis.
A.J. Ellis will stand in. Base on balls his last time. First pitch coming. This ball's hit in the air down the right side and out of play. 0-1. And the pitch. Off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1. This ball will be chopped foul. Now the rookie deals on 1-2. Swung on and hit pretty well out to deep left field. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. So it may be too little too late, but they're on the board here in the late going. Bottom of the 7th inning coming up. Get up and stretch. It's the Mets 9 and the Phillies 1. David Lee will stand in here. 0 for 2 with a run scored so far. First offering on the way. Swing and a ball hit hard on the ground to short. Oh, and that's knocked down. And he knows the speed heading down the line, so he won't even risk the throw, and that should go down as an infield single. And with that, that'll push his hit streak to a modest 6 games. Number 30 will stand in, and as he does, we'll flash you back to the first inning of the ball game. A 3-run shot had him off and running right out of the gate. First pitch to him. And that's inside for a ball. 1-0. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. Nobody out, runner on first. The 1-0. Here's the ball hit pretty well and carrying to deep right. And Brown will look this one in for route number 1.
And it's got to be frustrating to be a power hitter like he is and play 81 games in a pitcher's park like this one. I mean, guys are motivated by numbers, and You just wonder what he could be doing in a ballpark that better suits his swing.
Michael Kadire will stand in, one of the few guys not to join the hit parade so far. Now the first pitch. And a liner foul into the seats down the right side. Runners on first with one down. Has a look, now the pitch. Just lucky to make contact on that one as it's chopped foul.
Get the runner to second.
Pause, now the pitch. And he'll take the fastball here inside off the plate. It's 1-2. The 1-2. The 1-2 offering looked like a slider that time, but it's 2-2.
Yeah, that's a great pitch on 1 and 2. You start it in the zone, and hopefully you'll get that guy thinking he needs to protect. It turned out to be a good take.
2-2 pitch on the way. Now a swing and a ground ball to third. To second for one. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. More from the show. Saturday Baseball following this message and a word from our local stations. Darren Ruff is up off the bench with the bat in hand, and that'll spell the end for the pitcher Williams. Here's the ball hit pretty well and carrying to deep right. And the move to the pinch hitter will not pan out as that's taken in for the first out.
Yeah, another good start to an inning for him here. He's really only made one bad pitch the entire game. That was the solo home run. Other than that, you can see there, not much to speak of at all.
Phil Gosselin will stand in for the fourth time now, still looking for his first hit of the ball game.
And he's not the only one either. This has been a great pitching performance so far, and they've had these guys chasing their tails all game long.
He's lifted anything.
Here's the first pitch to him. And he'll start in with a fastball that misses down and away for a ball. 1-0. On the way. That missed. Close. It's ball 2.
I don't know that I'd want to be facing this guy right now. He looks pretty fired up out there.
Yeah, he looks like he could run that fastball through a brick wall.
Bases are empty, one man out. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
And that questionable call on the previous pitch, it really changes the at-bat because he doesn't want to just lay one in there on 2-0. Now it's 3-0, and tide is not working in his favor.
And that misses as well. Ball 4, so it's a 4-pitch walk here.
And there you get a look at his pitch count. And you can see he's over the 100 pitch mark right now. So some of those mistakes are going to start to get magnified late in this ball game. You can bet they're keeping close tabs on him in that dugout.
Freddie Galvis will try again. 0 for 3 thus far.
Get me out here. Run.
Now here's the first pitch. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes.
Just because he's thrown 5 straight balls doesn't make this an automatic take, especially for a guy in this part of the lineup.
The 1-0 home. Up around the letters with that one for ball 2.
And you can tell he's starting to get a little jumpy out there. He's got to take his time and really focus in on the glove.
Knock him called right here.
The 2-0. 3-0 now.
And a good job here of making him throw a lot of pitches. I mean, he probably doesn't have a whole lot left in the tank, so the more you make him work, the better your chances of getting a mistake.
Here he comes on 3-0. And a good comeback there. It's 3-1.
Yeah, a much better pitch there than the one he threw on 2-0.
The 3-1 is on the way. Now a ball slapped hard the opposite way. And that'll get down for a base hit.
Yeah, this fastball gets on him pretty quick at 96 miles an hour, and he does just about all you can do with it, and that's take it the other way for a base hit.
Here's Ben Revere. As the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0.
And the Phils know that one key hit here could make a big impact on the outcome of the ball game.
The 1-0. Fastball, and he's got to duck away for dear life there.
Yeah, he's not trying to hit him, I don't think, but sometimes you need to keep guys honest up there. I think that's all he was trying to do there.
Trouble spot here, the 2-0. In there, 2-1.
Just no chance to pull the trigger on that one. It just got on him too fast.
Here he comes on 2-1. Swing, hard hit ball to second. There's one. And a close play at the bag, but a good stretch by the first baseman got the out, and the inning is over. One left for Philadelphia. They trail big. It's 9-1. Justin DeFreitas will come on now in a mop-up role as he'll just try and keep this deficit from growing any larger. Brian McCann will get another shot now, 2 for 3 in the game.
Catcher, Brian McCann.
Eight, 9, and 1 to start the inning as the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Yeah, well, that's, I guess, what you'd call a rule book strike. Technically, that's in the strike zone, but it's a call that most pitchers don't get nowadays.
The 1-0 now to McCann. And, looked like ball 2 below the knees, but it's ruled a strike, and that evens the count at 1-1. Makeup call there?
I don't know, but let's just say they're even.
One 1 pitch on the way. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1. And that misses, so they fall behind McCann here, 3-1. One thing that man right there will not tolerate, leadoff walks.
Especially right out of the bullpen. This might be a quick outing if that happens.
The 3-1 coming. And this is taken here for ball 4. So the leadoff man's on base to kick off the home 8th.
And you'd like to say, good job there, good eye. But in reality, nobody's swinging at that pitch. It's not even close.
Johan Santana will buy himself another at-bat. And in turn, he'll get himself a nice little ovation for the work he's turned in on the mound so far.
He's been great. This is an appreciative crowd. They like what they've seen, and I don't blame them.
Need a base hit here. Advancing.
And here's the first pitch. And here's a fastball called for strike 1.
And that's about where he'll sit with that fastball, 93, 94. And that's plenty hard enough to blow it by guys when you need to.
He's ready now. The pitch. A lot of movement that time. It's 0-2.
He's going to need to crank that swing up another notch if he's going to catch up to those.
Come on, hang tough in there.
From the belt, kicks and deals. Fouled back. A runner at first with no outs here. Another 0-2 coming. Swing and a liner. And that's a base hit.
Boy, he's doing it all out there so far. Not only is he pitching a great game, but he gets in on the act offensively as well.
Daniel Murphy will step in. A ground out victim as last time. Now here's the first pitch. Now here's a fastball up that he sends in the air out to fairly deep center field. Revere has to roam straight back, but he has it for the first out. And he'll move up to third now. Runners at the corners here with one away.
Good job there at second base of doing the math in his head and figuring out he can make it up to third. So that puts runners on the corners now with only one away.
Gary Cox will stand in. Base on balls his last time.
Let's see it, Gary. Here we go.
Now the first pitch. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike one.
Pretty good speed here coming out of that left-handed batter's box, so it's no sure thing that a ground ball means a double play.
Runners lead from first and third. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one. One on the way. And this ball runs away for ball two. 2-1.
Yeah, a good job here of working himself back into a hitter's count, especially with two men on base in front of him.
Now the 2-1. Right on the corner. 2-2. From the belt, the pitch. Hit pretty well as this is out toward deep center. Revere to put it away. Here comes the runner from third. And he will get in to score, and it's a run batted in on the sacrifice fly.
Good job there to pick up an insurance run here on the sacrifice fly. The way their starter's throwing, he may not even need it, but I bet he'll be grateful for that extra cushion, no doubt.
Michael Lee will dig in. He homered back in the fourth. First pitch coming. In tight here with the first pitch fastball. That's 1-0.
Oh, man, if you're a pitching coach, you might want to update your resume after this performance. His guys have been brutal.
Now the 1-0. And here's a ball hit in the air. And he'll lunge out of the crouch to put this one away. Good reactions there, and the inning is over. A run, a hit, and a man left. Ninth inning coming up. Mets out in front, 10-1. Ryan Howard will start it off here in their half of the ninth, and no sign of a reliever. They're going to let him try to finish this one off.
Well, he's been brilliant so far, so why not see if he can take it the distance? It just doesn't happen these days very often.
Here's the first offering. Ninth inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike.
Yeah, and that fastball still got some life to it, even over 100 pitches.
And now a pitch on the way. There's a fastball pretty close that time, but ruled a ball. 1-1. Look into McCann, the 1-1. Down low, 2 balls and a strike.
And this is where a guy who's been around a long time knows, hey, we're not going to make up the difference with just one swing. It's going to take base runners. So that's a good job of being really patient at the plate.
The 2-1 now to Howard. 2-1 pitch is swung on and hit in the air out to center field. And not the start they were hoping for, as the leadoff man is kept off base to start the ninth. 2 outs away from a victory here that you'd have to say will be a rather convincing one.
And you know, Matt, in every phase of the game, hitting, pitching, defense, it all favors the home side here. Top to bottom, they've been the better team.
Michael Franco will get another shot. Struck out swinging his last time. First pitch on the way. I had him guessing that time, as he's barely able to foul it away. Now the pitch. Swing and a hard hit ball towards the hole. On to first, and they're an out away. 2 gone here in the ninth. Dominic Brown will dig in now. 1 for 2 to this point. Here's the first offering. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1.
I like how he's approaching things here. He's got a good, safe lead, so he's not setting guys up or wasting a lot of pitches. He's coming right after everybody.
Now the pitch. Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1.
Well, one thing we've seen from this guy on the mound so far, when he makes bad pitches, they typically miss out of the strike zone. They don't miss in the zone where they can be crushed.
Here's one that misses now to the Philly right fielder. It's 2 balls and a strike. Ready with the 2-1. And he'll just get a piece here, as this is chopped foul at home plate. And now those that have stuck it out tonight come to their feet. Foul toward the third base dugout, but this will get back into the seats, out of play. Sets the 2-2 pitch. Full count, 3-2.
Well, you don't want to get caught looking on the final out, so that's a tough pitch to lay off.
Payoff pitch home. Now here's a little tapper down that third base line, and this could be a tough play. Throw on to first is going to be in time to get him, and the Mets have taken games 1 and 2 here at home, as this one is over.
Well, we talked about how they needed a good outing out of this guy, and he gave them that and even more, finishing off the complete game victory.
One more look at the final line score there to see the great pitching performance that led his guys to the victory. Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, just the 1 run allowed, but anytime you can give your bullpen a day off, it does nothing but help your club in the long run.
So that'll just about do it. For Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. The Mets come out on top 10-1. Good night from Flushing.
Final line score for our ball game tonight. For the victorious New York Mets, 10 runs on 11 hits. No errors. They left 6 men on base. For Philadelphia, 1 run, 5 hits. No errors. They left 7 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 23 minutes. Thank you for joining us here tonight. And we remind you to please drive home safely.